So, the next thing I want to talk about, I was kind of hoping this would bring a little bit of controversy. I'm not sure that's going to like I initially thought, but this kind of came from Reddit and the Shattered Order Guild. We had a guild mate, and he posted this on Reddit. He was unbelievably frustrated, and I wanted to agree with my guildmate. I really did. I couldn't. I just did not see eye to eye with this whole thing.
Hold on, I'm
So
gonna
the
bring up the
situation
post.
was, do what?
I'm bringing up the post on the live stream.
Oh,
There you go.
sweet. Perfect. All right. So here's what happened. Grand Arena round 3, final round for all the marbles. He goes in, and the enemy sets one defensive team, sets his fleet. It is Falcon fleet, and set no other defenses. So because he set a defense, he did set a defensive strategy. It did not auto-deploy his characters because he did set something which then turned off the auto-deploy, leaving...
Broken.
You think it's broken?
Continue.
Okay. So, he had no defenses of characters, so those 7 teams were empty, leaving our guildmate in a position to where he could not attack. All he could attack was the fleet. This also left his opponent with all of his offense to go through and wipe out his teams. And essentially his strategy was he has 2 good fleets. He has his Falcon and another fleet. So he was able to go beat our guildmate's fleet and wipe out all of his characters. But because our guildmate did not have a really good second fleet in order to take out the Falcon, he lost.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch. And so the thing he's so frustrated about is the fact that this is kind of against the spirit of the auto defense. The idea that
against the spirit of the mode. Everyone should have equal footing, and he did not.
that is correct. He had a huge advantage. All he had to do was take out one team, and he automatically won. There would be no possible way for his opponent to win if
Except that he couldn't,
took out
so
the
he
fleet.
should have had the chance to fight the people the same way that guy did.
Uh, yeah, all he had to do was beat one team. It's such a risk. So
And it's such
if
an
he has,
RNG, and depending on what team you put on defense, it's such an RNG fest to whether you're going to beat ships or not. So whether he had to
It's
beat one
risky.
team, it doesn't matter.
yeah,
I
but the
don't know.
same thing for the other guy. He's got his Falcon on defense. He's got to use a second-rate team to go try to take out your Falcon. I mean, I think it's a pretty good strategy. It's ballsy because obviously that fleet goes down, you're screwed. But you know, because mathematically, the way the points are, the number of points you get for setting a defense, you can't make up for with an offensive win. So his entire strategy is predicated on the fact that you will not beat his fleet. If you beat the fleet, you automatically win. That's it. Done.
If this goes into Grand Arena tournaments and is still allowed, it will be broken, and the whole thing will it'll be questionable whether you can say, "Oh, I'm better than that guy," or "I am." You know, the whole idea of the mode is to say, "Okay, I can beat all these people," but you didn't even set a defense. That's ridiculous.
No. This is where we strongly disagree. He did set a defense.
This
The
is where no,
spirit
there's no
of the
disagreement here.
auto-defense-
He did not set a defense. He set one team. The idea of this is that everyone gets the same amount of chances to win. He had one chance to win against ships. That's it. Literally the only thing he had. He didn't even have a chance at the same amount of points he did. Here's a question for you, and I don't know the math on this. Did he get the points for clearing that zone that didn't have anyone in it?
Yes.
Okay. So this guy cleared him and only beat him by 20 points.
Okay.
If he had set if he had set people in those spots the way that it should be, he would have beat him easily.
Maybe, maybe not.
There's no maybe about it. He had his entire roster besides his defense ready to go for offense like he planned. I'm pretty sure that would have been the case. Either way, this is not the way the game mode is supposed to be played.
No,
this,
I
to
disagree.
me,
This is exactly the way it's supposed to be played.
It wasn't even played. There was nothing played because there was no defense. That's not the way this thing is supposed to be played.
Disagree.
To me, this is the exact same. This is the exact same as force quitting your app to not load turn meter. Yes, it's a strategy, but it's not the way it's supposed to be played. God, imagine we disagree on this because we disagree on that. It's the same thing. This is not the way that this is supposed to be played. This is supposed to auto-deploy if you don't put things, but because he put a ship, it didn't auto-deploy. So you're working around something that's not working the way it's supposed to be. Okay, congratulations. I hope you feel good about your win. Great strategy.
Right, so
you're a winner in the Grand Arena, and everyone you know is going to pat you on the back for your amazing plays. I mean, okay, if that's the way you want to play things, congratulations. You're a cool guy.
Strongly disagree on this. Here's the question. How do you fix it? What is your solution to fixing this?
Auto-deploy characters, even if they only deploy one ship. Or if you deploy one set of characters in a place that requires 5, auto-deploy the other 5. That's the only way this works. That's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way I assumed it would have been.
So,
it's ridiculous.
If you accidentally forget to set a team, the game
your team
should your top 5 remaining characters and put them in a garbage team.
So the other guy took the time to make his team. The other guy took his time to set his teams, and just because you couldn't find the time, he should suffer for that because of this stupid bullcrap strategy. No, this is stupid.
It is a strategy. It is he set a defensive strategy. It's not like he didn't set a defense. He did. He set a defensive strategy.
Yes, which currently works in the game. It needs to be out of the game.
I strongly disagree. I think it should stay in the game.
No.
And
if I lose because I can't beat ships, which I don't care about, I'm going to be pissed. That's stupid.
Save your Falcon for offense. I mean...
Nope. Sorry.
Nope. All right.
Then get ships out of freaking Grand Arena then. They're worthless anyway. If this is what's going to happen with them, it's worthless. Get them out of there. This is stupid.
I think it's awesome. I think it was a great strategy. Absolutely brilliant. Although ballsy and risky as hell, because like I said, if the fleet goes down, you cannot win. He is taking it completely out of his hands and winning there. So I mean, whew, it's risky, but
at this point, I'm glad your internet's breaking up.
Whatever. Yeah, my internet's terrible. We know. So anyway, yeah, I love the strategy. I think it's awesome. I think it should stay. I think if you set a defensive strategy, you go through the effort of setting up a defense, it should not auto-deploy no matter what.
Yes, it should. Your team should be full every battle. There is no chance that this should be allowed to happen, ever.
The only thing I will...
This should not happen. It's ridiculous. They were to
change this, I will say this. I think there is only one acceptable change, which I still would not like. The only way to acceptably change this is if you do set up auto-deploy defense, is not by your most powerful character, but by your least powerful characters. You set teams based on your least powerful characters going up for not setting a defense. But even that, I think, is
I can deal with that.
And totally
we can agree on that. That's totally fine. But there needs to be defense every time. If someone does not put something, it needs to autofill it.
Yeah, I don't agree, but I don't know.
If you want to kill this mode, continue to let this happen, because all the people that don't agree with you will not want to play. I'm telling you. And I'm willing to bet that percentage is way higher than yours.
Why do you want the game to give them free points? That's what it would be. If you set up auto defense in a situation like that, you are literally giving the person free points. Why would you want to do that?
So set your frickin' defense. I mean, like, duh.
Yeah. No, all right, we do not agree on this topic. Big surprise.
Well, you knew we wouldn't, and that's why you put it in here, so you got what you wanted.
I suspected, yes. All right, let's go ahead and move on to this.